Hello students, welcome to the course on Basic Electronics Engineering and the course code is EC101. This is the course for BTech first semester CSC, IT and FT students and second semester EC students. Myself, Dr. Shurojit Boshak, who is the course coordinator, is an assistant professor of EC department, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Kolkata. And this is my official email address. Today we are going to start on lecture number 7 from the fifth module, that is feedback and operational amplifier. In the last class, we have discussed on equivalent circuit of ideal op-amp as well as practical op-amp, few necessary parameters of op-amp like offset error voltage and current, input offset voltage, input offset current, input bias current, output offset voltage, slew rate and CMRR. And we have also discussed on inverting amplifier and the concept of virtual ground, and after that we evaluate the voltage gain for inverting amplifier. Now today our discussion topics are configuration of non-inverting amplifier, some applications of op-amp like summing amplifier, differential amplifier and voltage follower circuit. And the lesson objective of these topics are learn how operational amplifiers are modeled and analyzed and to design op-amp circuits to perform operations such as integration, differentiation on electronic signals. And this topic is mapped with CO number 2. So let us start lecture number 7 from the fifth module, that is feedback and operational amplifier, with the topic of non-inverting amplifier. We know that for the case of non-inverting amplifier, we should apply the voltage source at the non-inverting terminal, input terminal. And in the last class, we have evaluated the gain of the inverting amplifier, which is minus RF by R1. Now, concentrate on the non-inverting amplifier. This is the circuit diagram of a non-inverting non-inverting amplifier. The feedback resistance RF is connected between the output and inverting input terminal, and resistance R1 is connected between inverting terminal and ground. The input voltage Vs is connected to the non-inverting input terminal and the load RL is connected at the output. The feedback circuit is composed of two resistors. One is the feedback resistance RF and other is R1, input resistance. The feedback voltage is 180 degree out of phase with the input voltage. Hence, the feedback is negative. So, the circuit configuration is like a voltage series negative feedback amplifier. The current flowing into the op-amp is negligible since the input impedance is very large. Now apply KCL at point D. we obtain V0 minus Vs by Rf equal to Vs by R1. See the apply, again I am repeating, apply KCL at point D, which is say V0 minus Vs by Rf equal to Vs by R1. So the non-inverting gain is given by AV, which is a ratio of V0 by Vs, and which is equal to R1 plus Rf by R1. So the gain, voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier is 1 plus Rf by R1. So it is very much important expression, and it is clear that the voltage gain always greater than unity by a factor of Rf by R1, 1 plus Rf by R1. So the voltage gain is always higher than 1. So this is the non-inverting amplifier. Next we move for some applications of mathematical applications or applications of operational amplifier. So first we move for ADA circuit or summing amplifier using op-amp. So this is the circuit diagram of ADA circuit using op-amp. Here non-inverting terminal is grounded and inverting terminal is connected a series of voltage source V1, V2, V3 up to Vn with a series resistance of R1, R2, R3 with dot up to Rn. And the current flowing these circuits are I1, say I2, I3 up to In. So the inverting amplifier configuration is used to add in this circuit. The inverting amplifier configuration is used to add in input signals with a series resistance of R1, R2 up to Rn. The same reason as the case of inverting amplifier shows that the inverting terminal of the op-amp acts as virtual ground. That is, D is at ground potential. The input impedance of the op-amp being infinity, the sum of the currents, say I1, I2, I3 up to In, will be equal to If as ID is 0 by following KCL. So we may write here that I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus In is same as If. See the expression? So it is I1 is expressed as say V1 by R1. Similarly, I2 is expressed as V2 by R2. Similarly, I3 V3 by R3 and In is Vn by Rn. So V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2 plus V3 by R3 up to Vn by Rn is If. So apply KCL at point D, which is 0 minus. Why this minus sign comes? It actually See, 0 minus V0 by RF in the right hand side. 0 because at point D the voltage is 0. So 0 minus V0 by RF. So that is why minus sign comes here. Therefore, V0 can be expressed as minus RF by R1 into V1 plus RF by R2 into V2 plus RF by R3 into V3 plus RF by Rn into Vn. Now, if we make R1 equal to R2 equal to R3 equal to Rn, all are same, then V0 can be represented as V0 equal to minus RF by R1 into just for 3, if we say that only consider only the 3 voltages, say V1, V2 and V3. So for that case, V0 is equal to minus RF by R1, V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now this shows that the output voltage is equal to the negative sum of all the input voltages times the gain of the circuit, that is RF by R1. Hence, this circuit is called summing amplifier or an adder circuit. Now, when the gain of the circuit is unity, that means RF equal to R1 equal to R2 equal to R3. Therefore, the output voltage is equal to the negative sum of all the voltages. Why negative sign comes? Because of the inverting amplifier. It actually based on the inverting amplifier. So it is 180 degree shifted at the output voltage with added of all the voltage signals. So that is why V1 plus V2 plus V3, that is why it is called a summing amplifier or an adder amplifier. Okay. Next we move for differential amplifier, or it is called subtractor circuit. Why it is called subtractor or differential amplifier? That means this circuit will amplify the difference of two input signals, say V1 and V2. The name subtractor comes from the fact that it subtracts the input signals applied at the input and non-inverting input when the gain of the amplifier is adjusted to 1. The inverting gain R2 by R1 of this circuit is less than its non-inverting gain 1 plus, say 1 plus R2 by R1. Therefore, the gain of the two inputs must be equal to the for subtracting the signals applied at the inverting and non-inverting inputs. The source impedances of V1 and V2 are included in R1 and R2 respectively. Therefore, the voltage gain of the op-amp being infinity, the point A and B will have the same potential. Say it is Vx. Now applying KCL at point A and point B, we obtain respectively as V1 minus Vx by R1 equal to Vx minus V0 by R2, and for point B it is V2 minus Vx by R1 equal to Vx by R2. Now here we have assumed that the input impedance of the op amp is infinity. So this is the characteristics of an ideal op amps. So by this two expression we get V0 is equal to R2 by R1 into V2 minus V1. See, the output V0 is amplified version of the difference voltage, that is V2 minus V1, and the voltage gain of the amplifier system is being R2 by R1. Now for unity gain, that means R2 is same as R1. The circuit serves as a simple subtractor circuit. The output voltage V0 giving the difference of the input voltage V2 and V1. So that is why it is called subtractor circuit or differential amplifier, because it amplifies, it amplifies the difference of the two input signals. Next we want to discuss about another circuit which is called buffer amplifier or voltage amplifier. What does it mean? Voltage follower, buffer amplifier, or it is called voltage follower circuit. Voltage follower means output is same as input. How we can get a voltage follower circuit? Suppose the circuit is not present here. So how we can get, or we know the principle, that is output is same as input. So is it possible to configure based on inverting amplifier? No, because in case of inverting amplifier, here a gain of the inverting amplifier is minus Rf by R1. So a negative sign is come. And for the case of non-inverting amplifier, it is the gain is 1 plus Rf by R1. So if we say, remember, see, if we configure that Rf is 0, so 1 plus Rf by R1, now Rf is 0, so the gain is unity, output is same as input. So based on this concept, we configure here the voltage follower circuit, which is basically a short circuited feedback resistance. That means Rf equal to 0. So the amplifier becomes as a voltage follower as the output voltage is equal to and in phase with the input voltage, same phase. Here the output voltage is totally feedback into the inverting terminal of the op amp, which results in gain of the circuit to be 1. The op amp voltage follower circuit, although similar to the discrete emitter follower circuit, is preferred due to the voltage follower circuit having much higher input resistance and exactly unity voltage gain. So in that way, based on the non-inverting amplifier, you can easily configure the voltage follower circuit. Even we know the, even you forget the circuit diagram. By this logic, you can easily configure the voltage follower circuit. Okay. So let us stop the today's class. In the next class, we discuss on some linear circuit applications of operational amplifier like differentiator or integration circuit. Okay. So let us stop here. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now I am ending the session.